Have y'all not been talking? Have y'all not been talking this whole time?
Hey, what are you looking for, Eric?
Eric, you might be on mute, or you're just being rude, bruh. Damn, man, we gotta make some purchases. I can't stop looking at Robinhood now, Gabe.
I gave you FOMO for Bitcoin.
Hell yeah. Oh, look, I think this shit did mess up.
Can you guys hear me?
Now we can.
Yeah.
What the fuck just happened?
Were you talking the whole time?
Yeah, I was like, are you guys not hearing?
Oh, shit.
I was explaining shit.
This is deep.
What's going on? Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need you to invest in a mic, bro.
Buy me. You got the 2000 in XRP. Take some profit.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Look at this guy.
He's holding diamond hands.
So in pre-market already, you can see how aggressive the sellers are. 3,000 lots? I don't remember seeing that.
Oh yeah, this shit was going crazy yesterday.
Did you catch that, Gabriel?
And pretty much, yeah, that's the exact
3,000?
trade.
The
Yeah.
3,000?
I put it in the Discord, my exact setup. It was at 3,000 pre-market.
Oh, man.
I thought you saw that. That's what.
Maybe. Now that I'm like thinking back on it, I kind of do remember.
Yeah.
There was multiple bubbles with like 2,000 and
I
3,000.
couldn't remember this day.
Your emotions yesterday, but in the morning there's a couple of 2,000-3,000 bubbles. So I was so,
What time did you take it?
I was so bullish.
Oh wait, no, it's not 3,000 because it was. I took the trade at 59.40, so it was a different one. It was that one, I think.
Damn, you got in. Oh, 59.40? I thought you got in on the first 5 minutes.
Wait, what? Hold up. I did get it in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, here then. Yeah, it was this 1,000 lots. I mean, 2,000. Oh, kind of 2,500.
I saw 3,000. And then once I saw it, once I saw it, I put a line there at that price where I saw it on the chart.
3,351 at 59.39.
Yeah, I put a line right there on the charts, and then I was like, all right, if you retest that again, then I'll enter short. And it did. I answered.
At what time? Here?
6:30. Right at the
right
first
at the open?
Yeah.
Where did you get 6:30?
Well, 6:30. Let me see. I gotta open interest trader.
Come on, be ready, boy.
God damn it!
You're supposed to be explaining this trade.
I thought you knew about it.
I was pissed yesterday, dog.
Not before.
Oh, but I told you I can't take the trade in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that. God damn it. I got in at 6:31.19.
Damn. Right at the top, the tip top.
Tip top. It's the only way I do it, baby.
Damn, you were the first seller in that scenario.
Worked out.
Because a second opportunity when it pulled back again. What was your stop?
What was my stuff? You asking me questions I'm not prepared for. Hold up.
I want
My
to make
stop.
sure you followed everything.
What is that? I think my stop was VWAP, but it was above it at the time. The charts, the VWAP charts.
Oh, that's solid. Around 44, 43.
Yeah, around 43. I like 2-point stocks.
See how, I don't know if Eloy's here, but this retest here could have been the second opportunity. The large seller market pulls back on weak buying. You allow the first sellers to step in, pops back up, and then you enter on the second group of sellers.
So the second group of sellers is the A plus. The first group of sellers, right, I entered is just like an A.
What
Can
is
you,
the
can, is
what is the
it,
importance to you guys of being above or below SVP? Like, can you explain that again?
That's tough here. I mean, you could consider this resistance and hold on, I want to see what the SVP looked like before. Oh fuck, I went too far.
if confirmations align more than another confirmation that doesn't align, I negate that confirmation. If that makes sense.
Sounds crazy. But
Because
here,
we're above SVP right there. It looks bullish, right?
yeah,
So the fact that I saw all these sellers, I saw this 3,000 lot seller, and it's under VWAP, and it's in a downtrend. I negated the fact that we're above SVP because more confirmations were heading to the downside for me.
makes sense.
I just, whatever has more confirmations aligning with it, don't go with that one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I would say like SVP is like one of the last things. I mean, it's like one of my last confirmations that I really try to put an emphasis on. I'm more focused on like what is the overall market doing. Obviously, it's been selling off since pre-market. Large sellers are trying here. We are under my demand zone, so it's not like we fell into demand and now large sellers are appearing and it's not falling. It's actually large sellers are appearing and the market continues to like push lower. And then when you see the weak buying where there's large selling, that's a sign that buyers are not as in control as sellers are here.
Just because something's saying something, you gotta you gotta zoom out and look at the entire picture. Does it align with all the other confirmations that are aligning with each other, or does it do the opposite? So you want to go with all the confirmations that align more than the others. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Am I even making sense?
I definitely don't zoom out enough. Even
yeah, you gotta zoom out.
I don't remember to, but even like the pre-market stuff you guys are saying in like I think the last video, I'm like, fuck, I don't do enough of that market context. Once I'm done charting in the morning, I'll just look for outliers.
Yeah, the market context is super important.
Super important. Was that the only trade? Oh no, you took a bunch of trades.
I'm trying to remember. Oh,
I got in at 638, 645, 658, 707, and 713.
648, you said?
645.
645. Oh, me too. I got in at 644.15. That trade worked out.
I
It's
got
still
in at
not there though.
638 coming up.
See, it wasn't a key level either. Did you have that as a key level?
No, you know what? I think I I even wrote in my notes like this wasn't a key level. I forgot why I took the trade right now, but I don't know if it was maybe some outliers or I think part of like something I oh yeah, it was one of Carmine's videos where he's like it may not be at your key level, so obviously you wouldn't take the trade, but you can take the opposite trade getting to your key level, and I think that's what I did. Like make the key level my exit. So I think I just went, but it was like in no man's land is what I call it. Like it was just in the dark area. But I'm like, oh, maybe it'll get to my supply. I mean, it'll get to my demand. So let me just at least take a put to my demand zone.
See, here for me, I knew we were bouncing off pre-market low, and I was anticipating a push back into the SVP here. So I tried it long as a first buyer here at 635, and then I got stopped out, obviously. But there was no outlier, so to me that wasn't a good trade. But then after I had exited, this 1,000 lot seller appeared right at pre-market low again, and I was like, okay, now it seems like this is going to be the move. So I got in, waiting for a pullback into the large seller, which happens. At 644, I got in again. What the fuck? Why did I get in again? What the fuck?
I got in right at 645. Well, it's not 644 yet.
I know I'm trying to figure out why I got in again. But here is where I started to.
That's where you got
Right
it.
here, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it.
I think I got in right here a little late, and then I made those that retest my stop.
Did you win this trade?
No, I lost everything. They held too long.
Why didn't you exit?
I exited at 49. I don't know. I just assumed it was gonna go higher. That's what I'm saying. I gotta work on my.
What was your target here?
615 or 59. No, did you say something about 615?
59.29.
Oh.
I guess.
Wait, what?
59.
Wait, you took it short?
What did I do? Yeah.
You took it long.
I took it short.
Oh, I took it long. I seen this large seller, allowed the market to pop up, then it pulled back, and I seen buyers step in again, so I took it long, and then I targeted 59.38 or like this SVP area, and I ended up exiting at 646, which we already So this selling scared me, and I just exited for a small profit. That was a 32. Oh yeah, because it hit my 7 points. So now at this point, I'm supposed to go to break even, but instead I just took profits because it was weak buying. Also, that scared me. So here I should have just walked away. I was green for the day at this point already.
There was no zones.
But in reality, the short test 56, there's 59.40 seller again, which is this one. Wait, this 2,000 lots, and that's where the large sell-off comes. And see, look here, how now the SVP, the top of the SVP is holding as resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean by the top of the SVP can become resistance, and then since it's going into a large selling up here on weak buying, the short, boom, there it is. You might even have the opportunity.
That was the real A+ setup right there.
Yeah.
All confirmations align perfectly.
Boom. Here would probably be a good entry. 59.37 with the stop at 40.
Yep. That was the one.
And now it fucking sells forever.
The whole half the day, pretty much.
And again, remember, I have it on fast speed, so it wouldn't happen that fast. It took some time.
It didn't help that my note for Thursday and Friday, like a big note that I emphasized on was no breakouts, only reversals.
No what?
No breakouts, only reversals. Like I was trying to just get that in my head.
Yes, yes, yes.
But
I mean, what? I'm still trying to understand what was your position here?
So the first two trades that I took were just something I think I learned from Carmine's video, where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna take a trade, getting to my actual zones, which are dumb. But I just thought, oh, it's gonna get to my demand zone, so I'm gonna take a trade getting to my demand zone. And I mean, those were kind of
But
just
at what
dumb.
time was that trade?
So the first one was at 6:38. That one lasted a minute because I guess I hit my stop right away. And then my second trade was at 6:45, was another put, and it lasted 4 minutes because I was hoping it'd get to 6:37. Damn, where's that at? But anyway,
See here in both those trades, 6:38, you're at the lows of the overall what's going on.
my bad.
Because the selling started
6:58.
up here.
6:58.
6:58?
Hold on, I'm confusing my notes. Okay, so the two puts that I took before I got to demand was at 6:38 and 6:45. You're right, my bad.
So yeah, you're at the lows down here. Whereas Gabriel was shorting it up here, or you could have shorted it up here, or you could have shorted it up here. So yeah, you wanted to target your demand, but you still want to make sure you're entering when it's retesting uh, a large participant. So instead of entering at 6:38, you should have waited for it to pop into these large sellers and enter at 6:41, or you enter up here at 6:49.
Then it's like I broke my own rule because I was technically doing breakouts, even though it wasn't like a reversal plan at a zone. I was like technically trying to take breakouts, and I was entering those breakouts at the worst prices.
Yeah, you were almost chasing the sell off.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like.
You want to make yourself become patient for it to pull back into those large sellers.
And that makes more sense because that entire time, that little channel is it's nowhere near any zones. It's kind of like just in the black area.
Oh yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
And I'm over here just chasing. Damn.
So you just want to get into your mind, if you see a large bubble with 800 to 1,000 plus lots, you want to make yourself wait for that retest into those large orders.
And compare it.
It's not a setup.
Yeah, and compare it to the action that's going. It's so skinny compared to the outliers. Like that's an obvious level. Because I played off that and then just like, you know. But that weak buying is a major sign. So look for weak buying and weak selling. That's important.
Most def. But that was basically the short. What I tried down here in demand was pretty stupid. It was just going against aggressive selling. My next long trade was what is that? I tried a long at 6:35. That doesn't sound right. Yes, it is right. The fuck? Oh yeah, I had got stopped out on. Next long was at 7:06. So it's actually right here, right where we're at right now.
Dang, I entered a minute after you.
Like this 1,000 lots. Why is it freezing?
I mistakenly got in at the first tap at that fucking demand zone, and your message was like, "There's
See, here I
First
was
tap
the
out.
first buyer against aggressive selling. I seen this large 1,000 lot bubble, and instead of waiting for the market to pull back into it, I just got long, but then I quickly got stopped out because my stop was right here. So boom, I exited, and then I tried it again at 7:10.
You just got in once you saw the outlier.
Yeah. And now this became an outlier to me, this 1,000 lots at 59.15. So I was like, okay, if we get above that, I could give it another try. And here I got in long, I think. Even yeah, this one was stupid. Or no, when did I? 7:10, and then I got stopped out within that minute, and then I tried it again at 7:11. So I got in on this buying, thinking we would keep pushing, trying to be an early buyer, which was stupid. Then I got stopped out. Then I seen this large buyer, and I was like, okay, let me give it one more try. And this one would have worked, but I didn't exit.
Damn, imagine 1,000 lot sellers and buyers showed up.
I was still in this because it never hit my stop. And then it pushed set to my 7 point rule right there. And I still didn't take profits. Damn, this shit's going fast. And I had moved my stop to break even, but then I got emotional and I moved my stop back to where it originally was. So that's why I ended up still losing. So I have to remember, like, once I move my stop to break even, just leave it there. And I got stopped out at 7:18 when I could have been up.
That's why I don't like to look at this zoomed in. It doesn't give you the big picture, and I get confused.
Yeah.
Those 1,000 lot buyers at the zoomed in were barely noticeable when you zoom out.
True.
I feel like the zoomed out outliers are more strong than the zoomed in ones.
Really, I think I should have let after this 700 lots. I mean, it's not 800, but after this 700 lots, allow this to bounce like that, and then enter on this one, on this buying, and then either move my stop to break even or take profits here. Like, as far as like, okay, at my zone, I think that was the right one there. And then if I get stopped at break even, whatever, like I had to try my setup. But also, like Gabriel said, this wasn't a super large buyer. Wasn't the 1,000 lots that he had tried over here, the 2,000. But this is what I'm talking about, where boom, one try here doesn't work. One try here, second try here doesn't work, and then I think there's another one that comes and it doesn't work either. So after that, now it's like, okay, this setup isn't working. So you got to wait for it. If it were going to work, you would have to wait for it to break out a little more, come back, hold this level, and then it takes off. rather than keep trying it down at these lows and you keep getting stopped out. See, it tries it again, doesn't work, and then just sells off. But like I think you had said this earlier, Eloy, the market slowed down, so you were like, okay, let me give it a try. And I agree, the market did slow down, but compared to what the type of selling that we were seeing, 1,000 lots, 800 lots, the 2,000, 3,000.
You heard of the trend is your friend, right? If it's going down aggressively or it's going up aggressively, don't try to take reversals.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta
Like
develop.
that's one of my issues just in general. When the market's aggressive, trying reversals, it's very hard to catch them right.
Do pullbacks
And
when it's trending.
yeah,
Because remember, market changes, so certain setups might not work eventually. So you have to adapt. So when the market's trending, you don't want too many reversals.
try to really identify when you see aggression. So like this clearly, obviously here the aggression is starting, and then with the way the candles look, with the way the market was, buyers just cannot get a hold of the market here. So this clearly to us is like, okay, market's aggressive. So to long this or reverse this would be very dangerous.
Yes.
And it just never really bounces. All day it never really bounced. Like even the end of the day it did bounce a little, but it wasn't nothing significant.
Yeah, so part of market context is keeping in mind like what the market is also doing, not just where the levels are. Like, are we in an uptrend? Are we going sideways and ranging? Or are we in a downtrend? That all plays into how you're supposed to trade those coming weeks and those coming days.
Look
Because
how many
that's when,
times it tried to
yeah,
bounce and it just could not. Even on this aggressive bounce, it just could not get it looked better. This is one, two, three, four, five aggressive bounces and it never succeeded. Before when I first started, I would have tried it long, 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 and just keep getting stopped out.
yeah,
But that's basically it for me here.
sounds good. It's a good one.